When we've talked in the past, we kind of made the point you don't often go from cerebral, player friendly guy to cerebral player friendly guy. In that instance, I kind of liked Monken the same way I like Schwartz. I don't think going from the same thing to same thing and expecting a culture to change is, that's part of a, you could say that's insane. That's part of the definition of insanity. You do the same thing, you hire the same kind of guy, and you're expecting a different result.
Yeah, Denzel Ward said in exit interviews, they asked him about what he wants in the next head coach, and one of the things that he mentioned was accountability for the players, and he tiptoed around it, but what he meant was accountability for the offense. He wants those guys. The defense. Let's just call it what it is. The defense has been pulling their weight. The offense has not, and I think when Denzel, carefully crafting his message, was trying to say was we didn't feel like there was a strong culture of accountability on one side of the ball. Well, Todd Monken is going to bring that or try to bring that, but it's a delicate balance, especially in the beginning of his tenure here. You need to set a strong tone and you need to make people understand that hey, the way things used to be done here didn't work. So we're going to change that. And I'm going to be maybe a little bit more abrasive with you guys than the last coaching staff was. Though again, I think Kevin Stefanski had a little bit of a bad rep with this. Like toward the end of his tenure, he started talking about how David Njoku used to think that Stefanski didn't like him, and Stefanski was like, "No, I was just telling that guy the truth." And Shedeur Sanders, in his last post game availability, said that him and Kevin grew to understand each other over the course of the year. I think in the beginning, Shedeur might have had a little bit of a David Njoku reaction to Kevin Stefanski, like, "Wow, this guy's being mean to me, and I'm not used to this." So I don't know. It's totally fair to classify Kevin as like the yes man for the players, but clearly something needs to change with the accountability. And for Todd Monken, his challenge is set the tone of accountability without coming off too strong in a way that will turn players off. Right? These are professionals. You don't. We've seen countless times guys with college backgrounds, and Todd Monken has been in enough NFL locker rooms where I think he understands how to modulate this, but we don't know why he hasn't been an NFL head coach to this point. Maybe that's part of the equation. But sometimes with guys who have strong college backgrounds, they they struggled to find the right middle ground in messaging because in college it's a little bit of a dictatorship, right? Like this is probably changing there too with the NIL stuff, but generally, historically, whatever the coach says is law, and if you don't like it, get in line, right? With the NFL, is different when guys are making more money than the coach, and some guys have more power in the organization than the coach, and it gets a little bit. And again, they're adults. Everyone like you talk to adults differently than you talk to maybe students in your class, right? So that's the needle he has to thread. Set a tone of accountability, but don't come off so strong that these guys are like, really, this Joker, like save it for Hard Knocks.